Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Good. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
The 4-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now they go play action now. Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his left. Now Burrow loses the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Gain on the play. And the Bears 1st down.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A gain of 5.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. Here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd down, Burrow escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
At the 22-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Second and 11. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. gun, it's Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On third down, Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That's good.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Oh, Seibert missed it. This one slides to the right on him, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Third down. And 8 yards to go.
The shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On the return, Jackson. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, range and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On the return, it's King. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over
at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. His throw incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eye.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
A loss of 14 on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Should it be tight? Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 76 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They go to Elliott again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He was brought down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Elliott. gave him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Komet, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
And the Bears first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Chicago.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Ball carrier.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Also on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get changed, name, how about your respect? Giving more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back. Right, keeping hope alive.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quitting him.
0.
Over the middle, it's complete. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. Touchdown, Cowboys! Devin Asiasi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Cowboys 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Cyber down to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Burrow on play action. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here we go with Burrow. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
23.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
And 6 at the 30.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Check
And they go play action now. Burrow. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
3rd down.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for full commit. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
1st down, Bears.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now it's Burrow.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
This is Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up second and goal.
They'll run with Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Tackled at the 20.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters